Yesterday we had a lot of rain. Today it's looking that way with early morning showers. So prepare your mind, prepare yourself, get physical with the things that you need to have so you can do the things that you need to get done today. That's how I say welcome, welcome, welcome. We're together till almost 11:30 a.m. Fridays are a little different to what to expect. Minutes from now, our sports tool will be bringing us gist and feeds from the sporting world on Sports Attack. We race through that till about 6:55 a.m. Exit for a sponsored religious program, Living with Purpose, will take us till 7. At 7, our flagship, the world news, and after the news at 7, we'll pay some bills, and then we'll look at 5 national stories, just 5 national stories that have trended this week. All right, we'll look at those 5 stories, we'll review, take your reactions up until almost 8 a.m. And then from 8, we expect Funky 4. 8 through till 10. Funky 4 would have the floor, 9 a.m. News update, another update at 10. And then we'll look at what the papers are saying to us today on the newspaper review segment. So that's a summary of what to expect. Welcome everyone to the show. Good morning.
It's your boyfriend, Black P, the Beats Cook.
Pt1 FM. Catch all the latest and trending sports stories on Sports Attack on your premium talk, news, and sports radio station.
6:30 a.m.
every weekday.
Has stolen it at the death! Goal for Bolt, and again!
Catch all the latest and trending sports stories on Sports Attack on your premium talk, news, and sports radio station.
6:30 a.m.
every weekday.
the 2026 FIFA World Cup final is set. Reigning world and South American champions Argentina will go head-to-head with European kings Spain in a blockbuster clash filled with mouth-watering narratives on football's grandest stage as the ultimate prize sits tantalizingly within reach. Lionel Messi, what words, what adjectives, what superlatives? One thing certain though, at 39 years of age, this man refuses to lie still as he keeps tussling with destiny neck and neck. And could you write the script any better? Lamine Yamal, the little boy he had in his arms less than 2 decades ago, spearheads the army of Spanish royalty against Messi's Argentine War Dogs, who want to continue their streak of winning major tournaments. Is currently on 3 after their 2021 Copa America success, 2022 World Cup and 2024 Copa America triumph. A chance to make it 4 consecutive major tournament wins, as they also have the chance to just become the 3rd team in history to win back-to-back World Cups. Spain booked their spot in the World Cup final after a supreme 2-0 dismantling of France in the semi-finals and have considered just a single goal en route to the showpiece event, defeating Austria, Portugal, Belgium in the knockout stage. Meanwhile, Argentina mounted a stunning late comeback to beat England 2-1 in the last 4 and also needed to dig deep to see of Cabo Verde, Egypt and Switzerland in the previous rounds. And this morning, hey, I'm asking you one simple thing. It's the last day of the week, and of course, this is the last sports attack before the final of the FIFA World Cup 2026 in United States, Canada, and Mexico. What is your prediction for the final? Who wins it all? Will it be Argentina, who would make it back-to-back World Cup triumphs, the only team to do this after Italy and Brazil? Or would it be Spain, fresh off their Euro 2022 win? Can they win the World Cup in 2026, their first in 16 years since they last did it in South Africa? And of course, this is the first time the winners of the European Championships and the winners of the South American Championship, talking about the competitions in their continent, this is the first time they will be meeting in the World Cup final. A very, very big one. The number for you to call when I do open the phone lines at the midway point of the show, it's 0810 951 0951 0810 951 0951. What is your prediction for the World Cup final? Spain against Argentina on Sunday. Hey, but before that, on Saturday is France against England in the 3rd place match. So hey, let me know who you think will finish 1st, 2nd and 3rd in the World Cup. Who wins the 3rd place match between France and England, and of course, who wins the final between Spain and Argentina? Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, that's our cue to start Sports Attack. But rest assured, I will get your predictions for that one at the midway point of the show. And hey, you can also tell me if you think a 3rd place match is necessary at all. 0810 951 0951.
For the latest and trending sports stories, always listen to Sports Attack on Today95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. My name is Adekuri Odwanya, Nigerian first ever world silver medalist in wrestling.
Hi everyone, my name is Ese Brume, Commonwealth and African long jump champion. You're listening to Sports Attack on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. Don't touch that dial.
Lovely morning to you and welcome to another edition of Sports Attack on your premium news, talk and sports radio station. We are the voice of the people. This is Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. My name is Somto Isaac and I've got the major stories making rounds in the ever exciting world of sports. These stories will be dished out to you as they're hot, fresh and spicy. And of course, I'm ready, willing, able and intact to give you all of these stories. Ladies and gentlemen, stick with me for this ride because it's going to be an enjoyable one on a Friday morning here in the Garden City of Port Harcourt. Let's start with some stories making rounds here in Nigeria. First of all, where world record holder Toby Amuson has arrived at Team Nigeria's training camp in Aberdeen, Scotland, as preparations intensify for the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. The reigning Commonwealth Games women's 100 meters hurdles champion joins the Nigerian contingent after a consistent campaign on the Diamond League circuit, where she has already secured her place in the season-ending final in Brussels, Belgium, with 4 meetings still remaining. Amuson is expected to be one of Team Nigeria's brightest medal prospects in Glasgow as she targets a third consecutive Commonwealth Games title in the women's 100 meters hurdles, having won gold at the 2018 and 2022 editions. Meanwhile, sprinter Favour Ashe has praised the National Sports Commission for providing a world-class training camp for Team Nigeria ahead of the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland, and has also revealed that the camp allowances have been paid in full. Ashe, known for his explosive speed on the track, commended the NSC for the quality of the facilities, accommodation and feeding provided for the athletes in camp. He said, and I quote, "The camp has been excellent. Our allowances have been paid in full. The facilities are world-class and the feeding is of a very high standard. The National Sports Commission has done a fantastic job in ensuring we have everything we need to prepare for the Commonwealth Games." And now to volleyball, where Nigeria maintained their unbeaten start at the 2026 African Nations Cup Volleyball Qualifiers Zone 3 after defeating Togo 3-1 in their third match of the competition in Abidjan, Ivory Coast. Now, the encounter played at the Palais des Sports du Trenchville on Thursday, July 16th, saw Nigerian team recover strongly after dropping the second set to claim a deserved victory. Now, Nigeria won the opening set 25-17 before Togo responded to level the contest with a 25-22 second set win. Now, the Nigerians regained control in the third set, cruising to a 25-15 victory and sealed the match by taking the fourth set 25-17. The victory extended Nigeria's unbeaten run in the Zone 3 qualifiers, boosting the team's hopes of securing qualification for the 2026 African Nations Cup. Let's talk about Nigerian sprinter Favour Felicia has revealed that therapy, the support of close friends and guidance from her coach helped her overcome one of the most challenging periods of her career following a series of setbacks, including her unsuccessful bid to switch sporting allegiance to Turkey. Now, speaking at the Prefontaine Classic, the 22-year-old reflected on the emotional and mental toll of the past 2 years, describing the period as one of the most difficult periods of her life. She explained that prioritizing her mental health alongside the support of trusted friends and longtime coach Dennis Chever enabled her to regain confidence and return to the competition. Finally, in table tennis, where Nigeria has withdrawn from the qualifiers for the 2026 African Table Tennis Championships after Nigeria Table Tennis Federation (NTTF) cited a lack of funds as the reason for its decision. Now, the qualification tournament was scheduled to hold in Conakry, Guinea, with participating teams battling for places at the African Table Tennis Championships in Morocco this October. Now, the NTTF president, Mr. Adesoji Tayo, revealed that the federation made every effort to ensure the country's participation, but was unable to secure the necessary funds. Now, sticking with tennis, but lawn tennis now. First on the international scene, where female tennis players were subjected to more than 12,000 abusive posts and messages on social media last year, according to a new report. Now, data from the Signify Group's Threats Matrix service, which uses artificial intelligence-led detection, showed a similar number of abusive posts in 2025 to 2024. Now, the report highlighted some positive changes. However, with 66% of serious abuse being removed, 35 accounts linked to 12 individuals were also escalated to law enforcement. Now, a statement from the Women's Tennis Association WTA Player Board said the abuse was unacceptable and its impact can be significant. Now, with tennis, sticking on the sport, where Carlos Alcaraz has entered next month's Cincinnati Open as he targets a return from long-term wrist injury. The 23-year-old Spaniard, a 7-time Grand Slam champion, was unable to defend his French Open crown and also missed Wimbledon as he continued his recovery. But the world number 3 is set to defend his title in Cincinnati in August. The organizers of the tournament have confirmed, marking his return for the first time since withdrawing from the Barcelona Open in April. Bit of an update in boxing where Conor Benn will challenge Ryan Garcia for the WBC welterweight title in Las Vegas on September 12th. Now, the WBC champion Garcia is one of the most high-profile fighters in the sport and has engaged in regular wars of words with Ben in recent months. Now, last year, Ben rose to middleweight to secure his feud with Chris Eubank Jr., the son of his father, Nigel Benn's great rival, Chris Eubank Sr. Enough with the rumble in boxing. Let's move rapidly to Formula One, where Lando Norris will take a 10th place grid penalty at Sunday's Belgian Grand Prix. Now, McLaren confirmed on Thursday that Norris's MCL40 will be fitted with a new power electronics unit at Spa-Francorchamps, which will be the fourth such element the car has used this season. One more than is permitted without penalty under F1's regulations. A fourth unit automatically triggers a 10th place grid drop for the reigning world champion from wherever he qualifies for Sunday's race, meaning Norris will therefore start no higher than 11th. Staying with Formula One, where British driver Oliver Biermann says he is flattered by speculation linking him to Red Bull amid ongoing uncertainty over Max Verstappen's future with the team. Now, Verstappen has a Red Bull contract until 2028, but his representatives are understood to have held talks with McLaren in the last month as the four-time world champion weighs up his options for next year. Since then, Haas's Biermann has been rumored to be of potential interest to Red Bull in the future, and the British driver was asked about the links ahead of this weekend's Belgian Grand Prix. As for Verstappen, he's understood to have until October to decide whether he wants to stay at Red Bull for 2027. Now, the Dutchman is free to activate a clause in his contract which would allow him to leave at the end of the season, as he will not be the top two drivers in the Drivers' Championship after the Hungarian Grand Prix, the last round before the summer break. Finally, before I go to the phone lines, let's talk about Lewis Hamilton now. Lewis Hamilton says Mercedes pair Kimi Antonelli and George Russell should be a lot further ahead of him in the Drivers' Championships than they are on the standings. Antonelli leads Russell by 25 points at the top of the standings, with Ferrari's Hamilton just 7 points further back than his former teammate. Now, Mercedes have clearly had the fastest car for much of the season, but have been hit by reliability issues, which, along with a few other factors, have allowed Hamilton to remain in striking distance as the season approaches its halfway stage. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get your thoughts on the issue on the table. The discourse, of course, is on the table. It's the World Cup final. Before I get into the football side of things, Spain against Argentina. Argentina, a chance for them to win a back-to-back. Spain, a chance for them to win successive major competitions. They have, of course, won the Euros in 2022, but I want to get your predictions this morning. Spain against Argentina, France against England, of course, is the third place match of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. 0810-951-0951. Do you also think the World Cup third place match is effective this day? Hi, good morning to you and welcome.
Hi, the articulate and eloquent Sotomayor.
Good morning to you, my brother.
Yeah. Thank you also.
Welcome, Tony. I appreciate that compliment, by the way.
Thank you. All right, Tonto.
Yes, sir.
See, this Brazil,
Spain, Argentina?
Yeah, Spain and Argentina match is going to be very stiff. It's going to be like the clash of the Titans. Yes, very, very compact, and they will drag each other to extra time. But yes, and at the end of the day, at the end of the Spain will carry it. And Lamine Yamal will be very instrumental, but he will not score. Yes, he will be very instrumental to score. And France versus
England.
England has learned their mistake. They will not allow the third place to slip off their hands. They will fight everything. They will fight dirty. What I mean dirty, not in the race. Okay.
All right.
But yes, they will fight to the last pinch of their blood to ensure that third place did not. Elude them.
All right.
Yes. So yeah, and it's going to be 2-1.
Okay.
In favor of England. Yes.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Toye, for your thoughts. Hi, good morning to you. Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Barry Digiadom, the radio governor. In Gokananda, Barry Digiadom, the radio governor. Spain and Argentina. I think Argentina, they don't have the pattern of football. They play anyhow. Then as for Spain, they are highly tactical. So I see Spain beating Argentina on that day, on Sunday. Then as for the third place match, I think the morale in the England camp is somehow down. In fact, it's down. The morale is down, honestly speaking, after what happened. Tuchel, people are criticizing him. Even some England legends are criticizing Tuchel. So I think the morale in that camp is down. So I see France beating England to win the third place match. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Barry Digadom. Always for your thoughts. Hi, I could squeeze in one more call. Good morning to you. Welcome.
Tonto, good morning.
Oh, Kabilo Barry, welcome.
Yeah, I've had the third place match. Any person can win that one now. Because now the final, let me have it expect the two of them. Then for the final, now two teams win me, I know they like. I'm the thing. So I know if you wish any of them good luck. I wish two of them lose. Yes. Then for Akaras, thank you. And I'm happy that he's back. Because I've missed him so much. I just welcome him back. Then for our women, then they pray, say our people, they don't do them well. As they pray, then they say they do them well. May they see do us well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kabilo Barry, for your thoughts. I'll get more of your thoughts when we do come back for today's Sports Live. It's the fan special edition. By the way, it's a lengthy time for you to get in your thoughts on the show. I'm sure it's the World Cup frenzy. A lot of people want to weigh in on what will transpire this weekend. Rest assured, we will be here for your thoughts when we return for today's Sports Live this afternoon by 3 p.m. Keep it locked and keep it a date with us for that one. We'll be doing it in a special way, in Pidgin, by the way. Let's cross into the football side of things. Let's start with the Bayelsa State government. On Thursday, they unveiled experienced football coach Abdul Mekaba as the new technical advisor of Bayelsa United, charging him to guide the club to back to the Nigeria Premier Football League next season following its relegation. Now, the unveiling was performed by the Deputy Governor of Bayelsa State, Dr. Peter Akpe, who said Governor Doye Diri had directed the newly inaugurated interim management board led by Dr. Peter Singabele to ensure the club secured immediate promotion to the top flight. Akpe said the government remained committed to restoring Bayelsa United to the NPFL and expressed confidence in the new technical crew. Let's talk about the Super Falcons now, where six-time African Women's Player of the Year Asisat Oshuala has described the Women's Africa Cup of Nations as a trophy worth fighting for, despite the Super Falcons' dominance, which has seen them win a record 10 continental titles. Now, Oshuala is among the early arrivals at Nigeria's camp in Casablanca as the Super Falcons intensified preparations for the defense of their WAFCON title in Morocco. Now, Nigeria will head into the tournament scheduled for the 25th of July to the 16th of August, aiming to retain the title and extend their record to 11 WAFCON crowns and secure one of the qualification spots for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup in Brazil. Now, the forward believes every edition of the tournament should reflect the continued growth of women's football across the continent, both off and off the pitch. And of course, Maduka Okoye has expressed that he remains committed to Udinese and has ruled out leaving the club this summer, despite growing interest from Juventus and other clubs in Europe's top 5 leagues. Now, Okoye kept 10 clean sheets in 30 league appearances last season, helping Costa Runjecic's side to a top half finish in the Serie A. Now, the 21-cap Super Eagles goalkeeper, who is valued at 10 million euros by Transfer Market, has 2 years remaining on his contract and said his focus remains fully on Udinese. And of course, this is our cue to talk the biggest football showpiece in all FIFA World Cup final weekend, and it all starts tomorrow. France against England from 10 p.m. and of course the final is on Sunday. Spain against Argentina, that is 8 p.m. Nigerian time. And of course FIFA has announced that the winners of the 2026 World Cup will receive championship rings for the first time in the tournament's history, in addition to the iconic trophy and gold medals. Now, World Football Governing Body disclosed this in a statement on Thursday ahead of the Sunday final between Spain and Argentina at the New York, New Jersey Stadium. According to FIFA, the initiative introduces one of the most recognizable traditions in American sports to global football. And now the United States President Donald Trump will attend Sunday's World Cup final between Spain and Argentina, the White House have said, saving his first appearance at the tournament for the grand finale. And now in a briefing on Thursday, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said his attendance will cap what has been the most watched, most secure and most successful World Cup in American history. This is a fitting conclusion to a tournament that has showcased America's ability to host the world on the grandest stage. Now the US leader will also attend a reception for football's world governing body FIFA at Trump Towers in New York on Friday, Leavitt also said. Now, the United Nations Children's Fund has confirmed that the widely circulated photographs showing football icon Lionel Messi bathed in Spain young star Lamine Yamal as a baby are authentic, ending days of speculation that the images had been digitally altered. Now, UNICEF made the clarification in a post shared on its official X handle on Thursday after several social media users questioned the authenticity of the viral photographs, with some claiming they had been doctored. Now, according to the organization, the images were taken more than 18 years ago during a UNICEF fundraising photo shoot involving Messi, Yamal, and the youngster's mother, Sheila. Now, the shirt worn by Brazil great Pelé when he scored twice in the 1958 World Cup final has sold for around $4.9 million at auction, becoming the most valuable piece of memorabilia linked to the football legend. Now, the number 10 shirt worn by the then 17-year-old as Brazil beat host Sweden 5-2 in Stockholm to win their first world title attracted 10 bids from more than 5 bidders. Let's talk some transfer stories now, where Arsenal are reportedly set to sign Greek winger Club Brugge forward, of course, Christos Zolis. Zolis is 24 years of age. He had a stellar season with Club Brugge, scoring 17 goals and assisting a staggering 23 in 37 Belgian Pro League games for the champions. Of course, to give you some more transfer stories, Inter Milan are working on deals for Tottenham's England defender Jet Spence and Argentina centre-back Christian Romero. That's according to Corriere dello Sport in Italy. Arsenal have also expressed an interest in Aston Villa and England defender Ezri Konsa. According to The Guardian, Liverpool have asked Bournemouth about 19-year-old winger Ryan as they aim to reunite the Brazilian with former head coach Andoni Iraola. And of course, Fulham have joined Coventry and Chelsea in looking at Strasbourg Ivory Coast winger Martial Godo. That's according to Africa Foot in French. And of course, Leeds United continue their pursuit of Parma and Japan goalkeeper Zion Suzuki. This is where we draw the curtains on another edition of Sports Attack this morning, a Friday. We'll return by 3 p.m. for today's Sports Live. My name is Somto Eisen, and of course, we'll build up to the World Cup and give you some more transfer stories by 3 p.m. Do keep it locked on Today 95.1 FM. We are the voice of the people. Have yourselves a lovely Friday ahead.
Hi, my name is Chris Ugo, and this is Living with Purpose and Power. I want to specially welcome you to today's episode. Thank you for making time to listen to me every day. Today we're continuing with wisdom. And in my past episodes, if you've been following me, I defined wisdom as comprehensive insight into the ways and the purposes of God that can help you make accurate decisions and solve life's problems. There are 5 truths about wise people that I'd like you to pay attention to today. Truth number 1, wise people honor God. In Proverbs chapter 3 verse 9, it says, honor the Lord with your wealth and with the best part of everything you produce. You see, wise people make it their duty to honor God. In fact, an experience happened in the New Testament in Matthew's Gospel chapter 2 verse 1 and verse 2. It says, now after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and have come to worship him. So wise people came from the east, says, we've seen his star and we have come to worship him. So truth number one, wise people honor God. Truth number two, wise people manage success well. Many times we know how to manage failure, but we don't know how to manage success. In 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 5, verse 14, and also verse 30, it says, so David went out where Saul sent him and behaved wisely. And Saul set him over the men of war, and he was accepted in the sight of all the people and also in the sight of Saul's servants. And David behaved wisely in all his ways, and the Lord was with him. Then the princes of the Philistines went out to war, and so it was, whenever they went out, watch again, that David behaved more wisely than all the servants of Saul, so that his name became highly esteemed. You see that? Yeah, he had great success in killing Goliath, but he didn't let that get into his head. He was already promoted in life, but he kept on behaving himself wisely. He kept on serving. So money, position, success, promotion must be managed well. The third truth about wise people is that wise people handle correction well. The question is, how do you handle correction? Proverbs 15:31 and 32 New Century Version says, if you listen to correction to improve your life, you will live among the wise. Those who refuse correction hate themselves, but those who accept correction gain understanding. Truth number four, wise people manage life challenges well. In Job chapter 1, verse 22, the New Living Translation, it says, in all of this, Job did not sin by blaming God. You see, with all that Job went through, he simply refused to blame God. Okay? But that's not so with a lot of people today. The moment they begin to go through the heat, the pressure, the challenges of life, it's foolish to blame God when you should trust him to deliver you. Truth number five, wise people are always listening and learning. In Proverbs 10, verse 8, the Passion Translation, it says, the heart of the wise will easily accept instruction, but those who do all the talking are too busy to listen and learn. They'll just keep stumbling ahead into the mess they created. I pray for the wisdom of God to come upon you. I pray that wisdom will overtake your life. I pray that you will seek God today for wisdom. I pray that you will read God's word today on a regular basis to be able to enjoy the wisdom of God. I pray you will listen to the voice of the Holy Spirit, because the Holy Spirit is the spirit of wisdom. Today I ask that God, the same God that gave Solomon wisdom, will bless you with wisdom. Wisdom in your office, wisdom concerning your career, wisdom concerning marriage, wisdom concerning your studies, wisdom to help you navigate this life well. I break the power of Satan. Every limitation of the enemy against you today is cancelled in Jesus' name. Satan, your power is broken over this life. I speak the wisdom of God over you. Through wisdom, may you enjoy promotion. Through wisdom, may you enjoy acceleration and speed. Through wisdom, may God's favor distinguish you. In Jesus' wonderful name, I pray. Thank you. I want to especially thank you for being a part of Living with Purpose and Power today. Listen, if this has been a blessing to you, tell a friend. I need you to help spread this. Tell as many people as possible so that they can be a part of what God is doing. Thank you for doing that for me. Till I come your way next time, the same station, the same time, may God richly bless you. Bye-bye.
Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
This is Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News.
Good morning, it's 7 a.m. and this is the world news on a premium talk radio, Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. Friday, July 17, 2026. The headlines. ADC presidential candidate Abubakar accuses President Tinubu of interfering in NBA election to test run 2027 rigging plans. Chief of Staff to the President, Gbajabiamila, defends 15 billion naira in defamation lawsuit. Demands 15 billion naira in defamation lawsuit against self-proclaimed PFIPC DG. Orashi National Congress slams federal government over marginalization in 3.9 trillion naira national highway approvals. On the foreign scene, France and Morocco signed 14 landmark agreements to deepen strategic partnership. Details shortly. The African Democratic Congress ADC presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar has accused President Bola Tinubu of interfering in the Nigerian Bar Association NBA election. According to a statement signed by its media office, Atiku asserted that the administration was using the courts and state machinery to disqualify prospective candidates and impose its preferred choice, compromising the independence of the legal body. According to the former vice president, the interference serves as a strategic test run for plans to rig the 2027 general election. Atiku further condemned the administration's alleged deployment of security agents to disrupt the NBA election, warning the government to respect the Electoral Committee of the NBA constitutional independence. The Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, has filed a 15 billion naira defamation lawsuit at the High Court in Abuja against the self-acclaimed Director General of the Presidential Foreign Promotion Council, Adeniyi Matthew. The defamation lawsuit was filed by Gbajabiamila's lawyers at Pinheiro LP, who declared the bribery allegations to be malicious and completely false. He also sought a court order compelling Matthew to publish and pin a full retraction and apology across national newspapers and social media platforms for 30 days. The suit stems from Matthew's public allegations that Gbajabiamila demanded a 48% kickback from a federal agency's 27.3 billion naira take-off grant and used an intermediary who later died in a hotel fire. Gbajabiamila, however, denies all claims of bribery, corruption, or abuse of power, noting that he chose legal action over a media battle to protect his reputation and the integrity of his office. Meanwhile, Matthew, who is already facing separate federal criminal trial for forging presidential documents, has been given 14 days by the court to respond or face a default judgment. A member of 13 Governing Council representing Senate at Ignatius Ajuri University of Education, Professor Isaac Ogundu, says breakdown of 2026 state budget was needed for proper and better understanding of the document. Speaking to Today FM correspondent Magnus Wawa, Ogundu, who doubles as the head of Indele Campus and Dean, Faculty of Vocational and Technical Education, said budget presentation of over 1 trillion naira, in which over 300 billion naira was allocated to education, is an improvement, but lacks explanation on which ones will be for tertiary institutions as well as secondary and primary schools for proper running and execution of projects. He noted that if the state lawmakers can clear these lingering issues, it will go a long way in serving its intended purposes.
The issue of our state 2026 budget, from what is available to us, the education sector is given the third position with about 300 billion. That's a good one, but we'll wait for the House of Assembly to do their job and give us a sectorial allocation, a kind of breakdown of what will go for infrastructure, which level of education will receive what. For example, the tertiary educations in Rivers State, how much will go to them by way of infrastructure, by way of teacher recruitment. So when those are made available, it will now become easier for us to track the budget to know whether these things were really accomplished or achieved or not. And that is a better way of representing and ensuring that there is proper growth in the educational sector in Rivers State.
The Russian National Congress has expressed dissatisfaction over what it described as the exclusion of the Niger Delta from the federal government's recently approved road contracts valued at about 3.9 trillion naira. President of the Congress, Emine Ebe, in a telephone interview with Today FM Olawale Sanusi, said it was unacceptable that no road project from Rivers State, particularly the Orashi region, was included in the contracts despite the poor state of several federal roads in the area. Identifying the Ahoda Abua Road and other dilapidated federal roads in the Orashi region as critical infrastructure requiring urgent government intervention. According to him, the Orashi region, which he described as the innermost part of the Niger Delta, deserves equitable attention in the distribution of federal infrastructure projects. The Congress said it was aligning with the position of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, in rejecting the exclusion and announced plans to forward a protest letter to President Bola Tinubu. urging the federal government to review the road contract allocations in accommodating neglected roads in the Niger Delta.
And unacceptable to the people of Orashi region in River State that the federal government could award contract about 27 contracts worth about 3.9 trillion naira, and none of the 27 projects are located in any part of River State, any part of Niger Delta and River State, Orashi region in particular. So the people of Orashi region, under the leadership of Orashi National Congress, are protesting our exclusion, and we are not taking it right. We don't believe that we deserve this kind of exclusion. We have federal roads in our area that deserve attention, like Ahoda Abua Road. Even from there, it will lead to another state. We have other federal roads that deserve the attention that would have been included.
You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After this break, more news, foreign and sports stories. Stay tuned.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
We thank you for staying with us. The wife of late Daniel Bamidele, who was electrocuted inside a transformer house in Igbodo community, Alu, in Ikore local government area of River State, has called on the government for intervention to assist the family. Bamidele, a technician who was reported to have been hired by a man popularly called Engineer Chuku to work on a transformer in Igbodo community when he was eventually electrocuted, leading to his death. His wife, Ada Bamidele Daniel, in an interview with Today FM correspondent, narrated how the husband left home on that fateful day and how the news of his death broke out to the community just as she called on the government and non-government organizations to come to their aid. She revealed that her marriage of many years to her late husband produced a daughter who has since been hospitalized for shock following her father's passing.
As I come back, I don't check as I ask my daughter, what of your daddy? My daddy is not back. Say, okay, let me go and get something. As I go buy something, come back. Come be see crowd for transformer. My mind come fly. I say, go. This guy go walk. Me no be saying for transformer in go. I say, your mask through. They go. Person come draw me, come back. Say, na my yoga. I say, how? I come rush, enter inside. Come tell my brothers. Me come, I don't know what they here. They didn't say, Daniel, say, everything causing Wama they here. Me go check. In don't go cheek. Government can save me and my pikin assistance na the girl nowhere. Since that on Friday where she don't they disturb me self and nowhere. I just stay dream.
Also speaking, the brother of the deceased Prince Azila narrated what happened on that fateful day and called on relevant agencies to investigate the matter and allow for justice to prevail.
Friday, on my way to office, I noticed Daniel was working at that transformer. So I called. Immediately, I rushed back to the house. I reported myself to my office, then went back to the transformer. And I called one young man there. I said, who sent him up? They told me that he's an engineer, that he's doing a community job. I said, okay, since it's community, no problem. I returned back to the house. On my way coming back to the house, immediately my sister rushed back to the house, calling me that she don't know what happened. I should come. I said, what happened? She said, Daniel, getting to the transformer, Daniel is lifeless.
While it remains unclear if the late Bamidele was a Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company staff, records show he was an Oyo State indigene who lived with his local wife in Igbodo community in Alu before his passing. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, River State Command has commenced an investigation into the fatal shooting of a man allegedly involving one of its operatives in Port Harcourt. In a press statement issued on Thursday, the Corps expressed condolences to the families of the deceased, describing the incident as tragic and regrettable. According to the statement, the incident occurred on Wednesday, July 15, 2026, at Femia area in Port Harcourt City local government area amid growing concerns over cult-related violence and criminal activities in the area. The River State Police Command, or the River State's Command rather, said it recognizes the public concern generated by the incident and pledged to handled the matter with transparency and accountability. State Commandant Dr. Dennis Ruben therefore directed the Command's Intelligence and Investigation Department to immediately commence a comprehensive internal investigation to establish the circumstances surrounding the shooting and appeal to residents to avoid violent protests or actions capable of escalating tensions. The NSCDC reaffirmed its commitment to justice, protection of lives and property, and the safety of communities across Rivers State. Residents of Rumodumaya in Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State are demanding an investigation into the alleged failure of firefighters to respond to a residential fire outbreak that destroyed property for several hours. A victim, Mercy Aliko, said she was at work when her housemaid called to inform her that her apartment was on fire. According to her, her immediate concern was the safety of her young child who was inside the building at the time. She alleged a resident approached a nearby fire service station in Rumodumaya for assistance, but firefighters did not respond as they allegedly demanded for a sum of 400,000 naira.
We were shouting. Some persons now intervened, went to fire service close to us, just like 2 poles from our house. Some persons went there, told them to come, offered them what they had. They said no, if not 400,000, that they are not coming. After a while, they said they don't even have gas, that they won't come. Turned through from my house, and that fire incident was like 3 hours. I know when my girl started calling me.
However, the Rivers State Fire Service has denied allegations that its personnel demanded money before responding to the emergency. Our principal fire superintendent, Blessing Yeche, said officers at the station were willing to respond but were hampered by operational challenges, particularly the lack of diesel to power the fire trucks.
To combat the fires, but there's no helping hand. The maintaining of fire trucks, but now they are this place is built by the governor. It's sanitized everywhere. It was when he was on emergency that a lot of things was going on. But he has signed a pump sec that is superseding everything. The pump sec now is what I don't know, because there's no logistic. And the money they are giving is not enough. The money they are giving to pump sec is not enough. Like as it stands here, and it's only one truck that is working.
The company, management and staff of Chinumezi Resources Company Limited is inviting members of the public for the official launch of 20 million naira event planning and management services. The Chinumezi Resources Company Limited is dealing in musical equipment, canopies, chairs, tables, tents, fans, cooling drums, hiring of decoration accessories, and decorating services, catering services, among others. The launch is under the distinguished chairmanship of His Eminence, High Chief Odum Prince Azubike, the former minority leader, Rivers State House of Assembly, and former chairman, Emoha Local Government Area. The chief launcher, Ambassador Joseph Cole, while special guest of honor are Honorable Arthur Uchendu, Chief Professor Jack Ovunda Omudu, Sir Honorable Lucky U. Walu, and Chief Samuel C. Umeto, who is popularly called Odogu Dollars. The royal fathers of the day will be His Royal Highness Eze Felix Amadi, Ingewale Ogbogoro, His Royal Highness Eze Sir G.A.O. Omodu, Paramount Ruler Ngbolia Community in Rundele Kingdom. In a statement jointly signed by the Chief Executive Officer Godwin Ezemoi and Innocent Alete Omoni, who is the chairman of the planning committee. The co-launchers are Elder Maxwell Wike, Emenike Wokama, councillor representing Rundele Ward 7, Surveyor Chief Thank God Wejimogu, Chief Uche Amadi, Eze Nedi Weru, Chinedu Onwukwe, all members of Obiakpo All-Stars Football Club, Jerry Chimara, Chibike Eze, and Dandy Okachi. The statement listed the guest of honor to include Surveyor God's Power, Paniku, retired Captain Body Aleto Omoni, Chief Young Ugo Wosu, Sir Chief Okagwa Promise, Omuruka, and Obum Goodluck. The mothers of the day, Professor Udeme Georgewill, the Dean, School of Graduate Studies, University of Port Harcourt, Lady Augusta Omoju, and Peace Ngumas. The event would hold on the 18th of July 2026 at 10 a.m. prompt at the Everett Resort, Choba Uniport NTA Road, Port Harcourt. France and Morocco have deepened their strategic partnership by signing 14 cooperation agreements during a two-day visit to Rabat by French Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu. Lecornu co-chaired a 15th Morocco-France high-level meeting with Moroccan Prime Minister Aziz, marking a significant push to rebuild bilateral ties after years of diplomatic tension. The newly signed agreements span critical sectors including the economy, security, migration, and defense. Lecornu noted that France's visa policy is being structured to ease mobility for key drivers of bilateral relations, such as students and entrepreneurs. This diplomatic renewal follows France's pivotal 2024 decision to recognize Morocco's sovereignty over the disputed Western Sahara territory. Through this reset, Paris aims to recoup economic losses by fostering closer trade ties, while Morocco secures vital access to French technology, capital, and infrastructure investment. And that's the news. Before we go, a summary of the major stories. ADC presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar accuses President Tinubu of interfering in NBA election to test run 2027 rigging plans. Chief of Staff to President Tinubu, Gbajabiamila, files 15 billion naira defamation lawsuit against self-proclaimed presidential DG Adeniyi Matthew. We told you that Orashi National Congress slams the federal government over marginalization in a 3.9 trillion naira national highway approvals. On the foreign scene, you also heard that France and Morocco have signed 14 landmark agreements to deepen strategic partnership. That's the news. It's edited by Oseose Onabu. For comments and inquiries, please call 0818-389-2850 or send your mails to news@todayfmlive.com. Read our stories on our website, www.todayfmlive.com. Follow us on Facebook, watch us live on YouTube at Today951FM, and on Instagram and X at TodayFM951. Good morning. Thank you for your time.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Neighbor, you know say ask Mama Choma, wetin dey make she and her family body dey strong kakaraka and they no dey visit hospital anyhow. She tell me say na Bueno soya beans powder mix na im be the secret o. So make I give you update. Bueno soya beans powder mix na im be the ogbonge soya beans brand wey get crayfish, tiger nut, coconut, groundnut, cashew nut, date fruit, dry catfish and even unripe plantain. Na Saxic International Network Limited dey produce am, and to show you say na authentic, NAFDAC don approve am. Bam, you fit put am for tea, akamu and other Echetran beverages. This product good for mama, papa, adult, small pikin wey dem born today and even pregnant women. Because why? Better thing good for everybody. To become a distributor or to know more about this product, call 0707-791-4443. That is 0707-791-4443. Or visit their office where they for number 41 Abuja Street, Rumopara, Port Harcourt, River State. Saxic International Network Limited. Now quality products be our passion.
In real estate, it's not just about buying land or houses.
It's about buying rights.
At Odibola Properties Limited, we don't just sell land or houses.
We deliver verified properties with the right roots of title.
Because the strength of every property is the root of title, not noise, not unverified claims.
Built on integrity, backed by proven track record.
Odibola Properties, your investment is safe with us. Visit us today at Nyawale Inserim Layout, Tombia Extension, GRA Phase 2 Port Harcourt, or visit our website www.odibolaproperties.com or call 081 551-67904 or 070-655-69887.
Odibola Properties.
Our word is our bond. Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
He answers prayers, he answers prayer, he answers prayer, he answers prayer.
God bless you. Better Evidence Assembly invited to her 10th year church anniversary, 13 years of non-profit organization, graduation of Better Evidence School of Leadership and Ministry students, and award ceremony. Founder's birthday coming up July 17th, Genesis 8, verse 4. The 17th day of the 7th month is a day of rest. Team, touching nations, raising leaders, advancing God's kingdom, celebrating God's faithfulness across 50 nations. So wherever you are, join us on the 17th Friday, 10 a.m. will be free outreach. Free medical outreach will take place 10 a.m. and 12 noon. The celebration starts proper. So wherever you are, join us for the anniversary, graduation, award, and founder's birthday celebration. 17th July. 17th July is happening at number 1 Jesus Baby Road. Number 1 in the blue church you see inside Better Evidence Assembly. Number 1 Jesus Baby Road, back of former SARS office, River State, Port Harcourt. Join us wherever you are. Don't miss it. It's happening, and on Sunday is the Thanksgiving. So wherever you are, join us. Every Tuesday is our Holy Ghost empowerment with fasting and prayer, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Every Friday, PPP prayer, produce power, 2 p.m. Every Sunday, celebration service, 8 a.m. So wherever you are, join us. Call on these numbers for directions, for prayers, for counseling, 091-64-433-394, 091-64-433-394. The second number, 090-2578-4878, 090-2578-4878. Wherever you are, don't miss it. Join us, and the host is Prophet Sonny Elo, a.k.a. Evidence, is the host. The founder, remain Bishop Dr. Uche Juliet Elo, American Jesus Baby 1, the founder. Another great men and women of God with Nigerian coordinators. They will be there. Join us wherever you are. People will be joining from all over. So join us. Number 1, Jesus Baby Rebecca, former SARS office, Anticotis in River State, wherever you are. Date, Friday, 17th July, anniversary, award, and graduation. 10 a.m., free medical outreach. 12 noon, the program starts on Friday, 17th July. Come, we're going to be empowering people. We're going to be giving people food. We're going to be giving a lot of things in celebration of what God has done for Better Evidence Assembly. 10 years, 13 years of non-profit graduation of students who has been going through School of Leadership and Ministry since February. They'll be graduating. So join wherever you are. And the award ceremony, this is the time to give people humanitarian award, those who have done something in the life of many. So come wherever you are, come one, come or tell as many as you know. BEA is appreciating people, and something new will happen in your life in the name of Jesus. 17 is a day of rest, and it means double victory. So it's going to be double victory that will bring divine rest in your life in the name of Jesus. Don't miss it. Prophet Son is the one hosting, is calling you all, and all the great men and women of God ordained by the bishop, and those also who are visitors will also be there. So call on this number. Don't forget that the address is the Blue Church Better Evidence Assembly, number 1 Jesus Baby Road, back of former SARS office, Anticotis in River State, Nigeria. And call on this number, 091-68-433-394, 091-68-433-394, and 090-2578-4878. God bless you. The founder's birthday, 10-year anniversary of Better Evidence Assembly, graduation of students, award ceremony is taking place. Don't miss it wherever you are. Free medical outreach, free food, a lot of gifts will be given to people. Join us wherever you are. Don't miss it and come. Your spiritual life will change. Prayers will be done for you. Something good, you will go global. As many that want you to go down, they will watch you go global. In the name of Jesus, we are celebrating in California, celebrating in 50 countries. Glory be to God. Don't miss to join us. 17th July is happening at number 1 Jesus Baby Road. Number 1 in the blue church you see inside Beth Evidence Assembly. Number 1 Jesus Baby Road, back of former SARS office, River State, Port Harcourt. Join us wherever you are. Call on this number 091 68 394 091 68 394 and 090 25 78 4878. God bless you. If we see your face, your story will change for life.
Today FM. Today FM 95.1. Today FM 95.1 Fort Harcourt. Voice of the people. Rise and shine, it's a brand new day. Today this station leading the way. Breaking news, sports and talk, keeping every heartbeat on the clock. From Port Harcourt to the world we go, sharing every story you should know. Your voice, your people, your destination. We're not just a station. Today, FM 95.1, voice of the people. Number 1, news and sports, talk all day, keeping rivers on the way. Not just a station, we are the state.
Hello, join us Fridays, 7:30 a.m. on Our Top Picks, and together we'll review the big national stories of the week, all in 30 minutes. It promises so much fun. Our Top Picks, Fridays, 7:30 a.m. Don't miss it. All right. Good morning to you, and welcome to Our Topics. We'll do this on Fridays. We'll look at 5 national stories quickly, take contributions from you, and get out of the studio to allow for Funky 4 to have the floor from 8 through till 10 a.m. Kelly Kemejima is my name, and Mr. Emmanuel Indukwe is here as well. Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Nigeria.
All right, let's begin real quick. I'll take you through the 5 stories we have decided to review this morning. 5 of them. First one would be, are you the law? Peter Obi blasts Keyamo, alleges political targeting. I don't need to be presidential candidate to educate you. Umahi hits back at Peter Obi. Rolls Royce, Maybach are good, but help the poor. Remi Tinubu tells Davido and Burna Boy. Makinde 6 UN probe into abduction of Obumasho peoples, and presidency slams Makinde over demand for UN probe. So let's begin with the first one. Are you the law? The presidential candidate of the Nigeria Democratic Congress NDC, Mr. Peter Obi, reacted to claims made by the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, over recent airport controversy, accusing the minister of presenting a misleading account of the incident and targeting him for political reasons. You recall that Keyamo had issued Peter Obi an ultimatum stating that he should publicly apologize to airport officials and pay a 25,000 naira fine over a wrongful parking incident at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport or face consequences. Well, Peter Obi, in a statement via his media office issued on Saturday by Zekeri Idris, accused Keyamo of presenting a misleading account of the airport incident involving Peter Obi, alleging a pattern of political targeting. He said the incident you posted is entirely different from the one Mr. Obi narrated in his interview. In that interview, he clearly stated, I was there. In the incident contained in your tweet, he was not present. If we now have at least 2 separate incidents in which vehicles associated with Mr. Obi were clamped under questionable circumstances, does this not suggest a pattern of targeting an individual simply because of who he is? Mr. Peter Obi does not have any police or civil defense personnel attached to him. The video in circulation, there was a police officer attached to the person. Despite being entitled to VVIP protection by virtue of his status as a leading opposition figure in Nigeria, he certainly does not have a police officer serving as his driver. So the entire sequence of events you referenced, from arrival to the eventual clamping of the vehicle, lasted approximately 5 minutes. At most airports around the world, including major international airports, a 10-minute drop-off window is generally considered acceptable. Where then did the claim of 30 minutes originate from? Is it not a fact that several other vehicles were in the vicinity of Mr. Obi's vehicle without attracting similar attention from airport officials? Indeed, some of those vehicles had been parked there long before Mr. Obi's arrival, yet none was clamped. I can't take it. He has a few other things to say, but I think for a review, we have the meat here.
Kelly, my comment there is that nobody is actually the law himself.
Well.
Not even Obi also. But the fact remains that whoever is an instrument, like Keyamo, is an instrument of the law to activate the law to achieve useful or reasonable end. And if Keyamo says something about what involved Obi and all that, is he being truthful and sincere? That's what we should be questioning. So what Obi is now saying is against that of Keyamo. In the end, the truth must come out.
Makinde 6 UN probe into abduction of Ogbomosho pupils and teachers. Seyi Makinde, governor of Oyo State, called on the United Nations, UN, and international human rights organizations to investigate the abduction of school children and teachers in Orire local government area on May 15. In a broadcast after receiving the rescued pupils and their teachers in office in Ibadan, Oyo State capital, Makinde said the circumstances surrounding this incident are sufficiently grave and unusual to warrant independent scrutiny beyond our domestic institutions. I therefore, with a full sense of responsibility as the executive governor of Oyo State, call on the appropriate international human rights organizations and accountability mechanisms, including those within the United Nations system, to closely examine the facts surrounding this abduction and circumstances of its resolution. Such scrutiny is not intended to undermine our institutions. Rather, it is intended to reinforce confidence that truth be established and every person found to be responsible, regardless of office, influence, or affiliation, be held accountable. Let me take the presidency's reaction. The presidency on Monday criticized Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde over his call for a United Nations-led investigation into the abduction of pupils and teachers in the state, describing the demand as unnecessary and politically motivated. He was speaking an exclusive, that is Bayo Nanuga, Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, speaking exclusive to the Punch newspaper. He puts it this way: the governor just expressed his opinion that the UN should probe this incident. Our doors are open. Let the UN come if he thinks there is more to it than what our military has explained. He, however, questioned the basis for the governor's demand, arguing that security agencies had no reason to deliberately subject Nigerians, especially children, to prolonged captivity. Look at those kids. Some of them are just 4 or 6 years old. Will anyone want to deliberately subject them to the trauma they went through for 56 days? It's just unfortunate that Mr. Makinde, maybe because of politics, because he's a presidential candidate now, doesn't have any trust in our own institutions and is now calling on an external body to come and investigate.
You see, Kelly, it shows very clearly that both the presidency and Makinde, they have this mistrust. They don't trust themselves.
Clearly.
They don't. And so nothing is wrong with the call of UN to come and investigate that.
Makinde's call.
Yes, Makinde's call. Nothing is wrong with it. But if the other people, that's the presidency, is saying that, well, he doesn't trust us and all that, they know, of course, the reason. They are all politicians. When I say they don't, no one is different. They know what they do. And that's why Makinde in the first place will think about that. And Onanoga should allow him. As he said, the doors are open. Please, let us see exactly. Let them open that door very wide for Makinde to call those people to come. That is if they will accept to come.
Rolls Royce, Maybach are good, but help the poor. Remi Tinubu tells Davido and Burna Boy. First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu said that although luxury is good, Burna Boy, Davido, Asake, and other wealthy Nigerians should help the less privileged. She said the burden on the government is huge, so the rich should help. She made a call in Lokoja, Kogi State on Saturday, where she launched the National Community Food Bank. Nigeria is a great country. We have a lot of wealthy people, but our priorities are different. And I think it's high time we started helping those who need help in the country. I want to appeal to our young ones in the entertainment industry. I've mentioned it before, and I will use Akon, a music icon who does a lot of great charity work. The Burna Boys of this world, Asake, all of them, Davido, we want to see you with one foundation or the other, helping the poor with your money. Good cars are good. A Maybach is good. Rolls Royce is good. But still, you can still help. The burden on the government is huge. You can still help.
Good advice from the First Lady of Nigeria.
Oh, good advice?
Good advice, I tell you.
Oh,
However,
wow.
how far has she done so? Because she's been in that high level, her profile has been very high before even she became the First Lady. How far have we seen her doing that in this country? So, indeed, in the end, if I look at that, I'll say, yes, good advice, but show us example. Example, indeed, is better than precept.
I don't need to be presidential candidate to educate you. Umahi hits back at Peter Obi. Minister for Works, David Umahi, fired back at the presidential candidate of the Nigerian Democratic Congress, NDC, Peter Obi, saying he didn't need to be a presidential candidate to educate the former Anambra State governor on infrastructure. I asked my brother, His Excellency Peter Obi, for a debate on what I am doing. He said, I'm not the presidential candidate. I told him I am not on the ballot. When President Bola Tinubu I told him I am on the ballot. When President Tinubu is on the ballot, then I am on the ballot because I don't want this project to stop. I want it to be completed. So I want all of us together to win the presidential ticket with President Bola Tinubu so that he can continue. I don't know the big deal about being a presidential candidate. There are presidential candidates and there are presidential candidates. I belong a little bit higher than what he belongs to. So to be a presidential candidate is not an achievement. And if you go to a site that's under construction and stand there to say the road is bad, what were you doing? Like the turtle that has been in its shell until the day it is released. I don't need to be a presidential candidate to educate you as a professor or on infrastructure. You seem pained. You can sense a bit of resentment in some of the things here. Even I reading it, I can sense it. Because the scolding Obi gave him in his response, that was quite very, very cold. Like, how do you tell somebody who is playing the Premier League or somebody who is in the World Cup, has qualified and playing the World Cup, and somebody in division something unknown will just come and say, will be challenging the person that's already at the World Cup? Like, doesn't make any sense. If he wants a debate, he should become a presidential candidate.
You see, Kelly, Omahi,
yes, sir,
and Obi certainly must have an axe to grind for each other or against each other. I don't know exactly what their grasp may be against each other. But I tell you, Omahi seemed to be going higher than he should. He shouldn't ask Obi for a debate on anything. Let him allow Obi. If Obi comes and then contests in the election and fails, he has a home, he goes back. Omahi should do his job. If he wants to be a presidential candidate, let him, not 2027, after that, I think 2031 or so, there will be another election. Omahi could also go in. Let Omahi leave Obi alone.
I wish I could take some calls, but we have to go. We have a commercial break just around the corner. So please stay with us. This break will take us, and more will take us till 8, and then from 8, Funky Four would have the floor. Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel Ndukwe, for your time and contributions.
Thank you very much, Kelly. Thank you, Nigerians.
Stay with us. Good morning.
It all begins with breaking news.
Now, make no mistake, this is a difficult mission, and it will remain difficult for some time.
Then it keeps trending. Events, issues, personalities, all struggling to gain attention. But in the race with deadlines, the intrigues, power play on the currents are often missed or underreported.
Insecurity here is basically a product of poverty.
But not anymore. As the platform on radio steps in to fill the missing links on events, issues, and personalities in the news.
I'm not afraid of anybody. Yeah!
The platform on radio serves only the hottest topics and trending issues. Only on Today 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM. Port Harcourt.
Weekdays, 4 p.m.
Get on the platform on radio and be served.
Today is business.
Live your truth. Express your love. Share your enthusiasm.
Take actions towards your dreams. Talk your talk and walk your walk.
It was years ago. There's a statute of limitation on this stuff.
Make today worth remembering as we discuss issues as it affects Nigeria moving forward. Talk that talk.
Weekdays, 2 p.m.
Exclusively on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt.
Voice of the people.
Get ready to turn up the volume and dive into the heartbeat of entertainment. From the hottest celebrity gist to trending music, movie buzz, viral moments, and behind-the-scenes drama. This is where the fun never stops. Tuning to Entertainment Today, only on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People, your station for pure entertainment. Weekdays, 11:30 a.m. Entertainment Today, where your favorite stars and stories come alive.
Okay, all right. All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM, such a unique dial.
All right, one more time, good morning to you. What if I told you that the biggest wealth shift of our generation has already started, yet millions of people still don't realize it? Artificial intelligence is transforming businesses, careers, industries, and wealth creation at a speed never seen before. While some people are still trying to understand what AI is, others are already positioning themselves to benefit from it. Today, we have a special guest who's been helping individuals and businesses understand emerging technologies, digital business, AI, and financial markets. He's an AI educator, digital entrepreneur, financial market expert, CEO of Derive Digital Concepts Limited, and convener of the upcoming AI Wealth Acceleration Summit 4.0 here in Port Harcourt. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Prince Bernard, popularly known as Otumba FX. Good morning to you, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning. Nice being with you on the studio.
All right. Let's start with the big one. 20 years ago, it was the internet. 15 years, it was social media. Is AI the next big opportunity people will wish they had paid attention to earlier?
Yes, without a doubt, AI is the next biggest financial shift that a lot of people are not aware of. You know, every generation experiences a major technological shift that creates life-changing opportunity for those who recognize it early. So we saw it with computer, with the internet, with smartphone, even with social media. So artificial intelligence is the next shift. And according to PwC, AI is projected to contribute over $15 trillion to the global economy by year 2030. So the question is no longer whether AI will change the world. It is doing that already.
All right.
The real question is whether those listening right now will be positioned to benefit from it, while others are also making money with it.
So many listeners may be thinking, I'm not a tech person. Is AI really for ordinary people, or is it only for programmers and technology experts?
AI is not just for programmers. It's actually for everybody, because a lot of people are already interacting with AI without even knowing it. Every single day, we use Google Maps, we use ChatGPT, we do online banking, we do social recommendation. All these are social media. But the exciting part is that you don't need to be a tech wizard or a programmer, for you to benefit. Ordinary people are using AI to become more productive, to automate tasks, to improve their business and create content faster.
Okay.
And they are also identifying new opportunity. Even my grandmother in the village is using AI now.
So you often talk about AI and financial markets. Why is that attracting so much global attention?
Yeah, because right now the biggest mistake is ignoring AI, and the truth is the financial market is the biggest market ever across the world. And what most people do is actually trade this market manually using human emotion, which is why most people lose money. But why AI is gaining attention in the financial market is because a lot of experts have now discovered that they can leverage on AI to trade the market, and all emotion is removed because AI does not trade on emotion but on precision, which is one of the commentators of our conference tomorrow.
All right. So let's talk about the conference. What exactly is the AI Wealth Acceleration Summit 4.0, and why is there so much excitement around it?
Yeah, like I told you that the financial market is big, and human emotion can only process a limited amount of information. AI can analyze huge data faster and identify patterns that will be difficult for most people to spot. So that is why major institutions, financial firms, big organizations are adopting AI-powered technology. So, and this is why we are having the AI Wealth Acceleration Summit holding tomorrow. This is going to be a practical educational event focusing on helping people to understand one of the biggest shifts happening in the world today.
Okay.
So we'll be discussing how AI is transforming business, entrepreneurship, career, financial market, and wealth creation globally.
So how can people be part of it? Where is it holding? What time is it holding? And how can they indicate interest to be part of it? Lastly.
All right, we are shortlisting just 30 people to attend this event free because it's a ticketed event. But first thing is the event is holding tomorrow at number 10, 610, Central Plaza, opposite Deeper Life Bible Church headquarters. That's Deeper Life headquarters, just opposite it.
Okay.
That is where we are holding the event in Rumudara.
Okay.
All right. So the date is tomorrow, Saturday, 18 July 2026, and we are having two sessions. The first session is 10 a.m. and the second session is 2 p.m. So all they need to do is to send their details via WhatsApp. Please WhatsApp.
Okay.
So this number I'm about to call now, and once they do that, they will be giving access to attend that summit.
Okay.
All right. So the number they are calling is 080. They will send text message to this number 080 7593.
Can you repeat the number, sir?
Okay. Yeah, so the number is 08060847593.
One more time, please.
0806084. Oh, sorry. I'm calling the wrong number. I'm so sorry. The number actually is 08167518489.
Can you repeat it now that you've called the correct one?
Yeah, 081.
Okay.
67518489. That is the number. So
Oh.
just send their name plus AI to that number and we'll get back to them.
All right. Prince Bernard, popularly known as Otumba FX, thank you so much for making the time to speak with us.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
All right. We have another guest dropping by in the studio in just a moment to speak with them. Still Today 95.1. Stay right here.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
All right. We have a guest this time from NLEX Properties joining us. Madam, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Kindly tell us your name and what NLEX Properties is known for.
Thank you very much. Good morning, my Port Harcourt people. My name is Ekomobong from NLEX Properties and Development Limited. So NLEX Properties and Development Limited, we are an indigenous real estate company. We sell land, we sell houses, we design, we develop, and we build. And we've been doing this for the past 10 years now and counting. We've made a lot of Nigerians landlords and landladies, and our office is located at number 49 Old Aba Road, Rumomasi, Rumobiakani, Port Harcourt. So I come with good news today, and the good news is that in this month of July, we will be celebrating our MDC of Endlex Properties and Development Limited, who is marking another birthday. And as a result, he has looked at it as a way to give back to the society by raising a minimum of 50 landlords and 50 landladies. So he wants to dedicate this his birthday to 50 landlords and 50 landladies in this month of July. So if you want to be a landlord in 2026, this is your opportunity. So on this note, we are giving out 15% discount across all our estate locations worldwide. So if you're buying in Port Harcourt, Lagos, Uyo, and Abuja, this is your chance. You don't want to miss it. And another good thing is you're getting a special gift from the MD CEO himself, which cut across shopping vouchers, washing machines, bags of rice, AC, and many more gift items. But note that this offer is limited because we set out few plots for the offer and a lot of persons have already started taking advantage of it. So you want to take advantage of this opportunity today. You can buy our Graceland Estate or Lakwa. This estate is just after the Chokocho Bridge. It's selling for 1.8 million naira, but if you're buying now, we're giving it out for 1.5 million naira. So you want to come in for inspection today. Today is an inspection day. You can reach out to Endlex customer care on 081 357 61259, 081 357 61259, or you want to reach out to me, Miss Acom, on 081 600 64296, 081 600 64296, or you want to learn more about real estate, you can reach out to my GM on 080 378 98547, 080 378 98547. Then you need a place to buy and start building immediately. You can buy our Peaceland Estate, Igrita. This estate is just close to the Igrita roundabout, the Igrita market to it. A very beautiful place for buy and build. We have people living there and we have people already developing in that area, and the estate is selling for 8.5 million naira. But if you're buying now, this period of our 15% discount promo, you're buying for 8 million naira. And the good thing is we also give room for installment payment. You can decide to pay an initial 30% deposit and spread the remaining balance for 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. So you want to come in for inspection today, can visit our office at number 49 Old Aba Road, Rumomasi, Rumobiakani, Port Harcourt, or you reach out to Endlex customer care on 081 357 61259, 081 357 61259, or you reach out to me, Miss Acom, on 081 600 64296, 081 600 64296, or you want to learn more about real estate, you can reach out to my GM on 080 378 98547, 080 378 98547. So every land you buy from us, you get your land document ranging from your payment receipt, your survey plan, your allocation letter, your deed of covenants, and a whole lot more. You can buy to build, you can buy to keep, or you want to buy our Golden Estate, Igrita, by School Road. This estate is close to the Port Harcourt International Airport. It's less than 10-minute drive to the OPM Church headquarters, and it's selling for 4 million naira. But if you're buying it now, we're giving you for 3.5 million naira. Or you want to buy our Bethel Estate at Airport Road, Abara. This estate is opposite the River State University campus extension, and it's selling for 3.5 million naira. But if you're buying it today, we are giving you for 3 million naira. We also have our Kudos Estate inside the NMPC estate. This estate is a functional estate. We have people living, we have hospitals. The estate is good for buy and build. That estate is for elites in Port Harcourt. So you want to live among elites in Port Harcourt, you can buy our Kudos Estate. It's a very beautiful one. You want to come in for inspection today, you can come into our office at number 49 Old Aba Road, Rumomasi, Rumo Biakani, or you reach out to Endless Customer Care on 081 357 61259, 081 357 61259, or you want to reach out to me, Miss Ecom, on 081 600 64296, 081 600 64296, or you want to reach out to Endless GM, that's my GM, you can call him on 080 378 98547, 080 378 98547. We also have our Bethel Estate Ibuichi selling for 9 million naira, but if you're buying today, you're buying for 8.5 million naira. This estate is 1 minute drive from Community Primary School Ibuichi, and it's sharing boundary with the Army Range. So remember, I told you that we give room for installment payment. You can decide to pay an initial 30% deposit and spread the remaining balance for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. Or you can buy our Royal Estate Elimbu. This estate is a 1 minute drive from the Rumokushi roundabout, the Aba Expressway, and it's a trackable distance from Tank Junction. So you want to come in today for inspection, you can visit our office at number 49 Old Aba Road, Rumomasi, Rumobiakani, just opposite the Mimi Bar, or you reach out to Endless Customer Care for direction on 081 357 61259, 081 357 61259, or you reach out to me, Miss Ecom, on 081 600 64296, 081 600 64296, or you want to learn more about real estate, you can reach out to my GM on 080 378 98547, 080 378 98547. Remember, I told you that we are still running a special discount on all our estates, which is a 15% discount, and you need to take advantage of this opportunity today as we are celebrating the MD CEO. So you know that every land you buy from us, you get your land document ranging from your payment receipt, your survey plan, your allocation letter, your deed of covenants, and a whole lot more. You can buy to build, you can also buy to keep. You can buy our Airport City Estate, Port Harcourt. This estate is opposite the Port Harcourt International Airport, and it's selling for 7.5 million. But if you're buying it today, you're buying for 7 million naira.
All right. Last words before we go.
Okay.
You have last words before we go?
Yes, I have last words before we go. Remember, I told you that we are still on a 15% discount across all our estate locations worldwide. So even if you're buying in Uyo, not even in Port Harcourt, Lagos, and Abuja, you will partake of this 15% discount on across all our estates, and you're getting a special gift from the MDCO himself. Or you want to reach out to Endless Customer Care for direction on 081 357 61259, or you reach out to me, Ecom, on 081 600 64296. Remember, every land you buy from us, you get your land documents ranging from your payment receipt, your survey plan, your allocation letter, and your deed of covenants.
Thank you so much for making the time to be here.
Thank you.
Funky for next. Good morning.